Yo, this is the One Love iIMGi Hip Hop Symphony Neighborhood Games 2026. The You Matter Fully Known Sale Summer Camp Production Tracks. Once again, you heard it. It's the You Matter, the fully known sale, the Hollywood Grail, Hollywood Studios, You Matter, fully known sale, Summer Camp 2026, Production Labs. For the One Love iIMGi Hip Hop Symphony Neighborhood Games 2026. You heard it. Come get it. Yo, this your main man, RPG, the rugged prophetic ghost of alien, bedrock nation. We live in this world, we not of this world. This world is not our home. So, if you got questions, I got the answer. Like Allen Iverson. You got questions, I got the answer. And so, recently, somebody asked a question about heaven. So I figured I'd come and I'd get him the answer. You want to know about heaven? First, you got to know a little bit about those asking the question. It seems in our society we have these down low, these men on the down low. And so before you could define something for somebody, you need to get to the root cause or get to the root and make sure you at the same exact root. So these type of questions, somebody who is confused, that's a person who's in Babylon. So first you got to identify who's asking the question and who wants the answer. For those of y'all who want truth, for those of y'all who want truth, for those of y'all who want to get to the kingdom, we're going to answer the question of heaven. But we also going to answer the question of who's the root of these down low men who ask the question anyway, who have a different definition of heaven. Because these down low men, they define heaven in the embrace of other men. So let's get to the source of where this came from. In Black Greek society, you have Plato and Socrates. They're called philosophers. And these philosophers, they define heaven in the embrace of other men. Plato would be known as, well, first of all, what gives me the right to speak on such matters? Once again, my name is RPG, the rugged prophetic ghost of alien, bedrock nation. We live in this world, we not of this world is not our home. And the two top theologians in the past 500 years, in Hebrew and Greek, both chose me. Dr. E.E. Rogers, top theologian in Greek biblical languages, was not only my teacher, but he chose and anointed me as the ambassador, as the one to carry the torch for the next 500 years. And Dr. Malan San did the same thing in Hebrew. So when it comes to black Hebrew Israelites, and when it comes to black Greeks, there is no higher source than RPG, based off the two top theologians in the past 500 years in Greek and Hebrew. So, when you got individuals claiming that they're king of New York, and then they write a song called Heaven, and in the song called Heaven, they call other men that they worship God, and they receive worship from other men as God. They get it straight from the black Greeks and the black Romans, down low men who would take brides just to be fruitful and multiply. But in the embrace of other men, they called it God. We don't share the same definitions. But in their tradition, the down low black Greek male, the word thought, it's really the Egyptian god Thoth, thought. And the word gay comes from the Greek goddess Gaia. And just like in Rome, when they went to the Olympic Games, men received worship as goddesses during the Olympic Games. And the same thing goes for black Greek men that worship Gaia or gay. They receive worship as women. This is where the origin of down low black Greek men and black Hebrew Israelite men come from. Gaia is their goddess. Gaia or gay. The gay Ma'at Zitha. Gay Ma'at Zitha is the primordial Greek goddess of the earth, revered as the universal mother and the personification of the planet, emerging from the world of chaos. So Gaia or gay thought, the gay Ma'at Zitha. Gay Ma'at Zitha is the primordial Greek goddess of the earth and the personification of the planet, emerging from the void of chaos. So Mystery Babylon, the mother of harlots. In Greece, she's the gay Ma'at Zitha. Gay Ma'at Zitha. So, you got a group of individuals running around here telling you that and calling women the earth. Down low men who receive worship as women is gay Ma'at Zitha. The only people who believe that women are connected to the earth are these black Greek men and black Babylonian men and black Egyptian pharaohs and black Romans who worship goddesses, and they receive their men, they're born men, but they receive worship as women when they worship the goddess. We, on the other hand, we created in the image of God. So the image that God gave us, we never want to change our sex. We never want to receive worship as something other than the image that God gave us. If God is God and he created us in his image, we are the prototype of God. We are God's ambassadors, God's sons and daughters of God, God's offspring. And if we change out of God's image, we are no longer God's children. So, now that we laid that foundation, let me paint the picture and show you and answer the question of what heaven is. It's your main man, RPG, and your main queen, her RPG of Alien Marriage Bedrock Nation, and Dr. Life and the Shine Doctors. We are the Shine Doctors. Shine Doctor Miss Kanisha, the last Queen of the South, the last Eve, the last Queen Bathsheba, the last Queen Esther, the Queen of the North Face, the Queen of Salem, Queen of Righteousness, Homecoming Queen of Zion Life. And I'm the Shine Doctor, Mr. Shine Doctor J. Damon. The last Adam, the last King Cyrus, the last King of the South, the last King David, the King of the North Face, the King of Salem, King of Righteousness, Homecoming King of Zion Life. In the business of saving lives, I must be about the sun god mother's business. I must be about my sun god mother's business of saving lives. So, I recently defined, individuals had questions, and I'm the supernatural answer. Not this fake digital AI. I'm the supernatural AI, supernatural answer. So Jay-Z wanted to know, he had questions about heaven. And everything that God creates, Satan and Satan's children, which Jay-Z is, creates an equal and opposite counterfeit. every single thing that God created. That's what this whole down low man is. Because the spirit that possessed Adam in the beginning possessed Adam to do the equal and opposite, counterfeit of what God created Adam to do with Eve. So not only was it a sexual assault, not only was it a rape, because God designed for man to unify with the bride and become one in the womb, to be fruitful and multiply. So the sexual assault and the sexual attack was opposite the womb. Everything that Satan does is an equal and opposite counterfeit of what God created man and women to do. So Adam's attack was a sexual rape and assault, opposite the womb, anal. This is the definition of sodomy, trauma, rape. The Greek god Pan. So when you say pancakes, or Pan's moon, the man in the moon, Pan is the god of rape. Zeus is the god of rape. Zeus raped Europa. That is the definition of the name of the lands of Europe. A woman that is raped by the god Zeus. The lands of Europe, if you identify as a European, for any woman that identifies as a European woman, you're identifying as Europa. And it is worshipped. It is celebrated and worshipped. This carnival, the Caribbean carnival, it was in the movie The 300, when Leonidas climbed the mountain to the priest up in the mountain. They were called the ephors, and they were lepers. The curse of Cain. They all bore the curse of Cain. Leonidas climbs the mountain and tries to get permission to go to war. And they said, no, the carnival is coming up. We worship during the carnival is where they celebrate their gods of rape with an all-out orgy. Where if they come upon you, this is where you get Freaknik from in Atlanta. It's the age-old worship of Pan and Zeus. This is the Greek and Roman religious system. Their top deity are beings that rape women. That's why when the Son of God came to the earth, he spent so much time with prostitutes and making women whole, because the whole society had been flipped, had been reversed with the counterfeit that Satan introduced. And he introduced it in the beginning in Adam, and had Adam attack Eve. And so nobody has taken more time to study the Greek myths. I haven't just studied the Greek language.
I've taken the Greek language and then I've studied their Greek spiritual counterfeits. The Iliad and the Odyssey, written by Homer. Then you got a cartoon on Fox, Homer Simpson. Homer was considered a prophet. That's why they release all of these cartoons in Homer Simpson about predictions about the presidency and all that, because Homer was a Greek prophet. He wrote all of the stories about their Greek gods, all of the myths, all of the tales. This is also the root of homosexual. Homer was a Stoic. Like Plato, Socrates was an Epicurean. The male that receives worship, like King Solomon, Solomon wanted to receive worship as a woman, even though he was born a male. That's the definition of an Epicurean in Greek society. They got it from Solomon.